Let's start the week off on the wrong foot. A CyberArk engineer in Tel Aviv, armed with a laptop, a $50 Wi-Fi extender, and some open source tools, wandered the streets and was able to pick up thousands of hashed network passwords. The company estimated that they could grab up to 70% of all the passwords they attempted. Now, to be fair, they did point out that not all routers support roaming features, which is how they broke in, but unfortunately all of the major players do. Good Lord, we're making it just too easy for the bad guys, people. It's like flipping your keys to the safe to a stranger and asking them to keep an eye out while you go to lunch. To make things worse, Russian hackers Nobelium, who are responsible for the SolarWinds hack, are still at it looking to further damage the global supply chain. Turns out Microsoft found out they're actively targeting cloud and managed service providers in the US and Europe with relationships with governments, think tanks, and private entities to see if they can cause further damage. According to Microsoft, about 10% of the targeted companies were compromised, giving this week's gold medal to the Russian government, with the Chinese and Iranian governments fighting it out for silver and bronze. On a happier note, in August, Microsoft participated in President Biden's Cybersecurity Summit, where they committed $20 billion over the next 5 years to kickstart integration of advanced security solutions into product design, and they unveiled a $150 million pot to help federal, state, and local governments with technical services, including partnerships with community colleges and nonprofits for cybersecurity training. According to research from ESG and the Information Systems Security Association, or ISSA, 57% of organizations have been impacted by cybersecurity skills shortages, and 44% believe the skills shortage has gotten worse over the past 2 years. With these two things in mind, Microsoft has announced a plan to cut that workforce shortage in half by 2025. As part of that plan, Microsoft will partner with community colleges across the US and provide free resources to help end that shortage. They announced they'll provide a free curriculum to community colleges across the country, provide training for faculty at 150 community colleges, and give scholarships and resources to 25,000 students as part of the effort. Now, according to cybersecurity guru and ESG fellow John Olczyk, Microsoft is following through on its commitment. The company is giving back and addressing a critical problem with its semi-altruistic gesture. Other vendors like Apple and Google have made similar commitments at the President's Summit, but Microsoft's leadership here will force others to act. This will not only increase the pool of potential hires, but also seed the market with young Microsoft-savvy entry-level talent. This puts Microsoft in a great position to hire some of the top candidates, while others will find employment at large customers and prospects and promote Microsoft security. Either way, Microsoft wins and will see a huge ROI. So in other words, while it's a great gesture, it's not just to save the world. Microsoft is following in Cisco's wildly successful footsteps. About 100 years ago, Cisco created the CCNE, or the Cisco Certified Network Engineer, and got companies to pay Cisco to teach their networking IT staff how to deploy and operate advanced Cisco technologies. Those who were certified wore those certifications like a badge of honor. In reality, what Cisco did was teach their customers how to more effectively buy more Cisco stuff. Microsoft is playing the exact same game. Sure, the world's better if we have more security-trained experts, but what do you think those kids coming out of college are going to buy when they hit the workforce? Microsoft, of course, as that's what they know. It's a pretty brilliant move all around. And not that they need it, but Microsoft ended the week posting absolutely ludicrous numbers once again, with $45 billion in quarterly revenue, of which $20 billion was cloud-based. It pushed their market cap way past Apple to a crazy $2.5 trillion. To put that into perspective, there are only 7 countries on the planet with a GDP or gross domestic product higher than that. Microsoft has the world's 8th largest economy, essentially. Now think about that while you're eating your cornflakes. More good news this week as cybercode threat detection startup Snyk is just on fire. In less than 24 months, the company's valuation has increased 800% to over $8.5 billion. To me, Veracode was a pioneer who figured out that it's stupid to secure code after it's in production. That making sure it's secure before it's in production is a much better idea. Find the problem before you ship it into the wild, because shutting down production after the fact is shutting off the cash spigot. Snyk has taken that philosophy and mastered the market, building a massive community of developers who put security first right into the development process. The company is led by a genuinely nice and supremely smart guy named Peter McKay, whose company is about to become as high profile as VMware was 10 years ago, when even your grandmother was talking about virtualization to her knitting group. Now, skeevy Uncle Billy will be talking about SecDevOps at your next high school graduation. In better news, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or the RSPCA, which was set up 200 years ago to ensure that all animals from household pets to wildlife are treated with the care and attention they deserve, well, that RSPCA went cloud first 10 years ago. They chose Google's business apps and collaboration tools. And when the pandemic hit 18 months ago and the world essentially stopped, the RSPCA still managed to handle over 1.2 million calls, investigated 140,000 suspected incidents of animal cruelty, and was able to secure 1,400 animal abuse convictions. Better yet, by mastering the use of Google Meet, they were able to place 29,000 animals in permanent homes, all during the pandemic. This is the kind of cloud-first story that makes way better news than "it saved me money." And in the best news of the week, at the Climate Pledge Arena, yes, that is the actual name of Amazon's sponsorship arena, where the new National Hockey League franchise Seattle Kraken play, Amazon has installed cashierless technology in several retail outlets that has proven to provide deep, legitimate societal value. A patron was able to acquire a beer in under 8 seconds. No line, no sloppy, unskilled labor spilling half of it away, but just pure economic technical wizardry. The world may be a better place after 40 years of playing with new rocket ships, but this is technology that can alter the mood of nations today. Bravo, Amazon. Well, that's it for this week. On our next episode, I'll be spending some time looking at the overwhelming stupidity that is Theranos. Thanks for watching, and keep those suggestions and comments coming. Send us email at comments@thebiggertruth.com. Bye-bye.